Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the Amazon tool deals for the week and checking out the items that I've found. These are either going to be items that I've found that are on sale, items that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or items I find interesting would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. All these items that we go over today will be linked down in the description with their own independent links, so it's super easy to find. I'll also have two additional links down there that says tools and tools continued. Those will take you to a longer list of tools that I've went over in the past, so it's all there for you guys. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up, and if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. But today we're looking at the Klein Tools long nose multi-purpose wire strippers. These are made in the USA. Obviously Klein Tools has a ridiculous amount of different wire strippers. I have these. I've had these probably about 6 months now, and I really enjoy them. I have a handful or two handfuls of different wire strippers because I like to have a different variety depending on where I'm working and what I'm working on. So this one has the stripping portion up top and the crimping portion down below. It's very comfortable in the hand. It strips 10 to 20 gauge solid wire and 12 to 22 stranded wire. They're just under 9 inches. There you can see they do have teeth up top for pulling, twisting, whatever. Screw shearing, and then your crimping section. But this has a list price of $20. It's on sale for $16.98 or $17. So a couple dollars worth of savings, but it is rated highly at 4.7 stars with 243 ratings. Next up, we're looking at one of my favorite organizers. Now, this is the Ernst Manufacturing Socket Boss. I've had these for, I don't know, over 10 years, I want to say. They're extremely versatile. So you can get these in single rails, or you can get them in a tray of 2 or a tray of 3 like what we're looking at now. This is the same stuff that Tekton sells for their organizers. All of their organizers are from Ernst. All of them are made in the USA. And like I said, one of my favorite organizers of all time. A lot of their organizers are. So when you purchase a 3-row like this one is, you get the tray that each one of these rails lock into, but you can remove each one individually if you just want to take a rail and go, you know, away from your toolbox. It's easy to do that, or you can grab the whole tray and do it that way. Not only do they lock into the tray, but each and every socket locks onto there by just simply twisting. It's like a quarter turn twist. Each rail will be set up with 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch drive. You can also get accessories like ratchet and extension holders and different things like that. From Tekton, I believe you can only get a couple colors, the red and the black or gray, depending on what you're purchasing, if you're getting like bit sockets, things like that. But from Ernst, you can get them in multiple different colors. Here, just for this listing, you got orange, green, red, and blue. And this is the full price, $33. Every once in a while, you'll see it go down to about $30. I think back when I purchased mine, they were like $28, but like I said, that was like 10 years ago. Either way, even at this price, I think they're one of the best organizers out there. I believe they're sold at Northern Tool as well. But if you're looking at organizing your sockets, I highly suggest this one. Whether you're working out of a vehicle, putting this in a tool cart or a toolbox, whether it's going to be stationary or mobile, it's fantastic for that, which can't be said about all organizers. So this has 4.6 stars, 2,096 ratings. Next up, we're looking at a new product from Klein Tools. I did a review on this not too long ago. This is the Klein Tools Electrician's Pocket Knife, and this is just one that I wanted to mention since it is a new tool. It has a sheep's foot style blade. It does have a wire stripper in it, which surprisingly, when it comes to like multi-use knives, not necessarily like Gerbers and Leathermans, you know, not like a multi-tool, but like a multi-use knife like this, a lot of the extra features I don't find actually helpful, and I don't really use them. But when they're done properly, they can be a really good feature. And while it's not like you're going to use these features as a primary go-to, it's nice to have those features just in case you don't have those tools close to you. If you don't have to run and grab your wire strippers, if you don't have to run and grab your screwdriver, these features can be really nice. So the built-in wire stripper actually works really well. I was surprised with how well that worked. It does have a bit screwdriver attachment on the end. It does include a dual-sided bit. Locks in very well. It can lock at the 90 or 180 degree angle. Very solid lockup. It also has a clutch lock and a bottle opener. On the blade, you can see a hole in front of the thumb hole, and that is for bending wire. And I was surprised, straight out of the packaging, the knife comes quite sharp. I was really impressed with it. There was a little bit of blade play back and forth, but I do believe just a little bit of massaging of that pivot screw can adjust that out. But other than that, for just a beater everyday carry knife, this can be a really solid option, especially for $25. I think that's a really good price for this knife. And this one has 4 stars, 20 ratings. Next up, we're looking at the Knipex flat nose pliers. I have, I don't know, probably about 15 pairs of Knipex tools, all made in Germany. If you don't know Knipex or never tried them, if you're looking for a quality set of pliers, they're definitely ones to consider. This set comes in at $23. Now, even though it doesn't say it's on sale, it is technically lower than what it typically is. When they first came onto Amazon, they were available for like $20, $21, and then they went up to $26, $27 and sat at that $26, $27 for quite a while. Now they're coming back down and they're at the $23 price range, which I think is a very fair price for this. But obviously the flat nose pliers isn't a design that everybody would really use on a regular basis, but if you are one that uses flat nose pliers, these I think are priced really well, especially for a German made pair of pliers. But this has 4.6 stars, 92 ratings. Next up, we're looking at a Skil set. This is the Skil Power Core set, 20 volt obviously. Includes a 2 amp hour battery, a charger, and 2 tools, that being the impact driver and the drill, at $120. This has a list price of $170. You can get like the drill by itself with the battery and charger at $110. So I mean, it's obviously a better deal to just go ahead and throw in the impact driver with it. The multi-head drill driver is at $120, down from $150, which isn't a bad deal. And then they have this drill over here at $92, down from $110. But the price of this has slowly came down from $165 to $133, and now $120. I think this is a good set for weekend warriors, DIYers. I'm not sure how well it would hold up to daily use and abuse. For a cheaper price, I think this is a really solid option. But please let me know your guys' experience if you guys have used any of these Skil tools. This has 4.5 stars, 151 ratings. Next up, we're looking at the Dewalt socket set. This is one of my favorite socket sets. I purchased this back in 2014, 2015 time frame. And I want to say I paid something like $145 for it. Now, obviously, since then, the price has done nothing but go up over the last 10 or 12 years. But like you can see here, the price does come down to a pretty fair price every once in a while. So this has a list price of almost $300. It never sells at that. I think when it's not on sale, it sells a lot around $200. Yeah, so $192, $200. Here it shot up to $254. $215, and now it has came down to the $165, which I think is still a great price for this set. Now, Dewalt does have a lot of other larger sets like this, like a 200, a couple of sets that are in the 200s. The thing that I like about this set is they don't include a bunch of filler bits and half put together wrench sets. This is basically specifically sockets, ratchets, extensions, bit sockets instead of just a bunch of bits, and then you get a couple of Allen key sets, both metric and SAE. You get 1/4 inch, 3/8 drive, 1/2 inch drive, and some spark plug sockets, universals, adapters, all of the good stuff without all of the filler stuff that just bumps the numbers up. So I think it's a really well put together set. I like I think it's the 3/8 drive deep wells. They're more of a mid-length socket, which I really enjoy because I can still fit into tighter spaces even when I do need that added length to my socket. So I think it's a really nice set. Had it for years, still use them on a weekly basis. But this has 4.8 stars, 7,970 ratings. And then last up for this week's Amazon tool deals is the Channellock slip joint pliers. These are the 424s. It is a straight jaw tongue and groove. This is the 4.5 inch pair. I don't have this specific set. I have basically the set identical to this from Knipex. I've had them for many, many, many years, and I carried them in my pocket for probably about 2 years. And when I first got them, I wasn't sure. I got a pretty good deal on them. I wasn't sure, what I would really use them for. I, come to find out, used them all the time. And I prefer having a small set of pliers and a knife, dedicated pliers and dedicated knife on me rather than carrying a multi-tool. And I think $18.80, even for this, not on sale, I still think it's a good price. Made in the USA. I like to support Channellock. You do have adjustment there. Just a great little EDC set of pliers to throw in your pocket. You won't even notice they're there. Extremely lightweight, yet still very versatile and very useful. Now, they do have larger sets, obviously. Knipex, I don't think, sells the one that I have or originally purchased many years ago. They've updated to the Cobra style and the pliers wrench style. But Tekton also has a set very similar to this, so if that's something you would prefer, that is also another solid option. But if you're one that likes to have a dedicated set of pliers, or maybe wants to try that out over a multi-tool, I think this is a really solid option. This has 4.7 stars, 4,532 ratings. But that's it as far as this week's Amazon tool deals. Please let me know your guys' thoughts. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to smash that thumbs up. All of these are linked down below. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.